People like to claim the Heartbreak Kid is cooking on NXT. Well, if that is the case, I think this week Tony Khan and AEW Dynamite might be about to get burnt. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. The NXT rating is in, and I think they've posted a rating that will be good enough to beat Dynamite. I'm going to predict here for the first time in a long time, and for the first time this year, that NXT will defeat AEW Dynamite in the ratings department, because this week NXT posted a rating of 768,000 viewers, which is the highest rated NXT since January 2nd of this year. So we're talking the highest rated NXT in pretty much 5 months. And NXT numbers have dropped. There was a while where NXT and AEW Dynamite were pretty much going like head to head for a bit, but NXT started to dwindle, they started to go down, and we kind of stopped covering the numbers on this channel because when NXT was competing with AEW Dynamite, it felt a bit interesting, it was worth talking about, but they dipped under. I mean, there was times where they were going under 600k, and I mean, I don't want to blame it all on Eli Dragunov and Lyra Valkyria, but I thought it was two extremely boring, uncharismatic champions, and I think that was a big part of, in my opinion, NXT going down in quality and going down in viewership. But we've seen in recent weeks that there is definitely a bit more hype now about NXT, and like I said, this week it did a good number, up 9% from last week's number, which was 703,000, which was also a good number, big increase last week. If you compare this episode to the last 4 weeks, then it is up 19%. The last 4 weeks have averaged at 646,000, so definitely good there. No doubt about it. However, the demo is actually down this week. The demo is down 8%. I mean, could that be because of Sexy Red? Was there a lot of horny people tuning in last week to see Sexy Red? Honestly, I can't imagine why. Not so fucking Sexy Red. I can't imagine why people would want to tune in and look at that thing or hear that thing, try and talk or try and rap or try and do whatever it does to make a career. Anyway, fuck Sexy Red, she sucks. Let's look a little bit more at the NXT numbers this week. So in terms of the demo, down from last week's, but still a good demo with 0.22, a hell of a lot better than what they've been doing for most of this year. That is for sure. So it's time to look at the clips to see which videos are drawn, which videos are not. So in first place, we have Jordynne Grace dominates an NXT debut. I think this makes sense. It got 111,000 views. Jordynne Grace is obviously a TNA wrestler. It is likely that she will come in and get high numbers because it's someone from a different company, okay? I think they're going to click on that. That's what it is. I don't like Jordynne Grace. I really hope Roxanne Perez defeats her at Battleground. I think she will defeat her. I'm not going to go on a 20-minute rant here about why I hate Jordynne Grace, but you know what? Just like I said about Sexy Red, fuck Jordynne Grace, man. What a bitch. Anyway, let's move into number 2. It was the full segment. I believe this was the Ethan Page. Right. Spoiler alert, Ethan Page blocked me about 5 years ago on Twitter because I called him a bum. And at the time, I don't regret that because he was doing absolutely nothing on TNA and he had like 26,000 followers on Twitter. I don't know how many he has now, but congratulations, because this was a pretty good showing, I think, from Ethan Page. I enjoyed his promos. I think the guy was oozing charisma. You know, he seems like a guy that could go far. And I mean that. I look at Ethan Page and he could easily be an NXT champion. I feel that way about him. Haven't really seen him wrestle much. Couldn't tell you last time I seen him wrestle. Probably a throwaway match in AEW, but who cares? Charismatically, he is pretty damn good. There's no doubt about that. So, yeah, no hard feelings. I think this guy could be a top dude in NXT. I just don't understand the hype. I don't understand why he's been treated like a superstar as if he's already achieved stuff when he just hasn't. You know, it doesn't make much sense to me, but maybe that's just the gimmick that they're going with. Third place, we had the Booker T hosting the chaotic NXT Women's North American Title Summit. I really like that line from Jada Parker saying that, you know, Michin, you're coming back to NXT, but this isn't black and gold, baby. And if you try and take my title, I'll beat your ass black and blue. That was a pretty good line. Fourth, we have 62,000 views with Galas destroying Obafemi and Wes Lee. Fifth place, full NXT highlights. Sixth place, it's Sol Ruka Snatches Lash Legends win. And in seventh place, it was Tony D'Angelo versus Damon Kemp. I'm not a big fan of the Heritage Cup. I don't like it. I think it's dumb. I wish they would do away with it. I mean, it is what it is. I just do not like the whole Heritage Cup thing. It looks cheap, I think, when you've got these rounds and, it's like a 2 out of 3 falls, 6th round, 3-minute match. It's like they're trying to incorporate like a sport like boxing or MMA, and they're trying to do it in like a wrestling style, but it's fake. If you want to do this, can't we have it real? Why can't we have a fucking brawl for all? You know what? I don't get it. The same losers that want to bash Vince Russo and say that the brawl for all was a dumb idea. I mean, these same people today, they probably love this Heritage Cup, and I just don't get it. The brawl for all was more entertaining. It was a legit shoot. People were punching each other. It was cool seeing bullies of the locker room, people that think they're tough, getting knocked out by people that weren't expected to win. So yeah, I enjoyed that shit a hell of a lot more than this. But there you go, guys. That's your NXT viewership ratings. We will do a quarter by quarter hour breakdown later on, but I'm going to predict it, guys. I think NXT will defeat AEW Dynamite because 768,000. That's a good number, and more often than not, over the last 15 weeks, I think Dynamite's only did better than that twice. So, can Dynamite defeat NXT this week? We will see. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Till then, peace.